Welcome in, everyone, to this presentation of the National Football League on EA Sports. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense, we're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends, but come game day, there is no question. At the end of it,
all right, we're just about set for football. The crowd is definitely ready. So are we. Off we go on EA Sports. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. So the visitors ready to go on offense here for the first time. Leading this offense, their veteran quarterback.
one thing that was pretty evident when we had a chance to talk to him, Mike, is this guy, he just wasn't satisfied with his individual performance. They came away with the win, and that was great. But one area that seems to continue to hold him back is that he's predetermining where he goes with the ball. Not only did it lead to the 2 interceptions, but it leads to some missed opportunities as the play unfolds. He could have had more touchdown output if he would have just gotten off that first read and found the open man. He got away with it last week. He doesn't want to make a habit of trying to get away with it every week. He needs to clean that up, especially if he wants to come away with a win here today.
He'll drop to throw. That's caught by Harrison right side. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. Now think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target, and I don't think it's going to be his last.
Now whistles and a timeout. They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They'll try to get the running game going. His first carry. And they'll take this down inside the 35.
This is how you draw up your opening possession when you're on the road. The longer the drive goes, the quieter the crowd gets. Continue to mix in that run game. Let's see if they can finish off by putting this ball in the end zone.
And he's brought down after a gain of a couple. They'll come up on a 2nd down and 8. Back to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. And they'll work this close to a first down, maybe just a tad short. 7th play of this opening drive, and here's 3rd down. On play action, he'll set up to throw. He'll try and get there on the ground.
This is an element that defensively you always have to be ready to defend. You can't just accept that it's a pass and be so consumed with the receivers downfield. You have to account for the quarterback as a scrambler. You can see why, as he's able to get out of the pocket and pick up the first down.
He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
You can't fault the quarterback on this one. Like, he really didn't even have much of an opportunity. By the time he hit the top of his drop and got his eyes downfield, the defense was all over him, and he really had no choice but to just get that ball out of his hand and live to play another snap.
That's into the hands of the fullback. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9. He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And he will take this one across into the end zone. Has a touchdown. A terrific way to start this one. Not only a touchdown, but a nice long march down the field. Makes it a long walk back to the bench for the defense.
Mike, that's about as good as you can imagine starting a game offensively. To be able to sustain that many plays and be able to cap it off with a touchdown, that is a dream start for this offense.
The extra point, up and good. And the visitors will take a 7-0 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. This crowd ready in anticipation, their offense taking the field for the first time. They'll be led out by the quarterback now in his 4th NFL campaign.
Here we have a guy, Mike, just really coming off a tremendous outing last week. It seemed like everything was working for him in that win. The early rhythm he was able to establish, he rode that to the final whistle. They had an answer for everything the defense threw at him, and if he continues to stay one step ahead and continues to protect the ball at this rate, it's going to be a hard group to beat. So you come back out here after watching the opposing team score first, and what you want to do is you got to establish a little early rhythm and get the drive started. Get a little positive energy into that huddle, and what hopefully starts out good ends with you being able to get some points of your own.
And they bring him down, but not until he gets the 45-yard line.
I love this call, Mike. 2nd down and short. One of the best downs in football to take a shot. Give credit to the defense. They were ready for it. But a nice job by the quarterback, realizing there's nothing downfield. Take off, turn into a runner, pick up the 1st down.
He'll go left side here and complete this one. And they will finally catch up to him and get him down.
Well, they've come out swinging here on this opening drive through the air, and that's exactly what they wanted to do. Generate some early chunk plays and try to get some points.
They're at the 17-yard line now for 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. That one into the hands of Smart. And he'll be taken down.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And he will fight his way to the end zone. Touchdown.
And what a response by this offense. It's not easy taking the field, Mike, for the first time in the game, and you find yourself already down to score. They watch their opponent kind of march down the field and score on the opening possession, and they're able now to go out and square it on up. Allows you to take a deep breath, maybe get a little confidence for your defense to go out and get a stop, and they come away with this extra point. We got ourselves a tie ball game.
Each team one possession, each team a score. 7-7 as they kick it off. This one taken at the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to possess the football for the 2nd time. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. Drive will start on the ground, and he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. 2nd down and 8. They put a receiver in motion to the left. They'll throw out of the gun. He'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete. After that incomplete pass, we have a player shaken up. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. We're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. They send the tight end in motion. On 3rd down, they'll set up to throw. Taking off, he'll try to get there. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
You know this defense worked all week defending this quarterback as a scrambler, as a runner. But sometimes it's just hard to simulate until you see him in real life, his speed, his ability to create. We saw him get him here early on the big scramble. He's able to pick up the first down and keep the drive alive.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. We'll send a tight end in motion right. He'll look to throw. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
The drag route. We used to say this is day one install. Every single offense in the NFL has this sort of route, especially for the tight end position. And depending on the speed and the run after catch ability of the tight end, sometimes it can lead to some of the biggest gains.
Quick throw here is complete. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
A gain of 4 yards. Result is a first down.
Now they'll set up to throw. Quick throw, taken in. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Man in motion, heading left. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And he's out of bounds at the 5, and they're in business. It is 1st and goal.
First and goal at the 5-yard line.
Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. To the end zone there, but it is incomplete.
They let a golden opportunity slip away on that one. That's the matchup that they wanted. They just couldn't quite capitalize on it.
Under pressure, and now he's going to go down back at the 8-yard line.
That last sack is exactly why defensive coaches preach over and over. Just play the next down. Just continue to make them snap the ball again. You're one big defensive play from changing everything about this drive, and what once looked like a promising drive following that sack.
He's got his big tight end for the score. It's his 3rd touchdown on the year.
And it really just comes down to the protection. You're sitting there 3rd and goal. You have to give your quarterback the opportunity, Mike, to work through all of his progressions, and you need time to do it. Then it just comes down to making the right read. Touchdown.
An extra point attempt to follow. It's up and good. And the visitors will move out to a 14-7 lead. We are through 1. 14-7 is our score. And EA Sports NFL Sunday returns after this. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. He'll start at the 2. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. Here's 1st and 10. One of the tight ends motions right. They'll begin here on the ground. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. He'll try again here. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10. At the 26-yard line.
He'll go right and find his running back. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
They'll motion a tight end right. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. This one complete right side. Give him 15 more on that one. They are on the move. It's a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They're going to motion the tight end over here. From the gun, they'll try to run it. Gets to the edge at the 30. And he's going to be taken down. Now after the run, we get a stoppage for an injured player. The training staff going to look, and will step out for a moment. Throwing now on 1st and 10. Going down the center of the field, open man, and it's taken in. First catch for him on the afternoon, and it results in a first down. Throwing now from the gun. This is caught toward the side of the end zone for the touchdown. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like? And let's put this ball in the quarterback's hand. Let him make a good decision, and in this case, it results in a touchdown.
So back to level after the touchdown. And time for the kickoff. This fielded at about the 9. Oh, he's got room past the 30. Nice job by the return team as he takes it across the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense ready to get back at it. This one, everything we could have hoped for to this point. All even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
We've really seen both teams have a lot of success moving the ball throughout this entire first half, and just seems this possession is going to be more of the same as they start this drive.
They'll look to throw here on first down.
Not every pass has to be thrown downfield. You can rely on the run after catch, especially a big body like this tight end. Get the ball in his hands early and let him pick up the rest after the catch.
Handoff here, up the middle. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. And that's good enough for a first down.
At the 44-yard line, a 4-yard pickup on the play. Result is a first down.
Putting the tight end in motion. And he is planted. Backfield. Defenders crashing through. Blow up that play behind the line.
Great job by that linebacker timing his blitz. He didn't give any indication to the offense that he was coming, and he's able to get through that hole and take the ball carrier down for a loss.
They'll try to set up the screen here. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. They send a receiver in motion left. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And off the deflection, it is taken in. Good try to use that size to push forward, but it's not going to work. Defense strong up front. And they're going to get him down behind the line of scrimmage. They'll turn and hand this one off. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up third down. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the first down. So it's going to bring up fourth down.
When you throw the ball short of the sticks on third down, you're relying heavily on the yards after the catch. So give credit to the defense here. Once the ball carrier had the ball, multiple guys around him, corralled him, take him down short of the sticks. And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think obviously you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
A good return as he takes it across the 30. The home team's offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. He has been sensational all year long. The NFL's leader in passing yards, he just recently went over the 4,000-yard mark for the year. It's first down, and they'll run. They'll mark them down up at the 44-yard line.
The goal of every offense, Mike, is to find a way to establish a balance between the run and the pass. With some success here early on the ground, will open up things as the game unfolds for the quarterback in this passing game.
And this time they are ready for him. He'll be thrown for a loss. No big gain that carry. It's second down.
Every team makes an emphasis on winning first down, but as a defense, when you're able to take them back for a loss, second and long, you can really become more of a pass-centric defense and really tips the scales into your favor.
That ball incomplete. Got the hands in there to break it up. Could have been a big gainer. Instead, it sets up a third down. He'll drop to throw. That's caught. Left side. It's complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll come up here, first and 10. Back to throw. A toss, left side, caught by his running back. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a first down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. They'll look to throw again. Oh, what a throw. Slinging it across his body and complete. 2 minutes to play in the first half of a 3-point game. Greg and I continue in just a moment. They don't need much. It is third and inches. Tight end going in motion here. They'll throw here on third and short. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up first and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's...
It is brought in the end zone. Has a touchdown. What a half he is putting together. That's his third touchdown already. The quarterback, with all of his eligible receivers available, uses the back out of the backfield that time, Greg, to take it to the end zone.
And when your running back, Mike, is a valid threat in the passing game, man, it just gives you so many options. And in this case, it was the running back that was the open target. He's able to put the pass on the money. Easy 6 points.
The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. Now return coming from the 7. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The visitors' offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. They trail by 4. Touchdown gives them the lead. Drive begins with first and 10. Fires quickly. It is complete on the slant. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Halftime is looming, so the athletic training staff will get a chance to look him over during the break. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. To the right side here, pass is caught. Now another timeout called by this offense. They have 1 remaining. And they'll stop at just over a minute remaining in this first half. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. Thrown left side, the catch is made. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Back to the air one more time. He keeps it himself. Taking advantage of the room to run, a gain of 19 on the scramble. Now the offense will use their 3rd and final timeout.
You know, Mike, I like everything about this play except the very end. You've already picked up good yardage. You've already picked up the first down. Now get down on the ground and protect yourself. There's no reason to take those shots. And that's a really nice boost here before the break. I mean, you work the clock well. You're able to steal some points. The biggest thing is you're able to build a little momentum now going into the locker room at halftime.
This one is fielded in the end zone, but he decides not to bring it out. So they'll take over at the 30-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quickly to the outside and complete. And he's going to be taken down as time runs out on this first half of play.
All right, Michael, we'll get back to you and Greg in just a little bit. For now, plenty of early action in the 1 o'clock Eastern window to get you caught up on. So let's get to it. We'll begin our trip around the NFL with an interesting one right off the bat. And 10-3 is a score as those two teams have gone to halftime. From there, we're off to check out another game. And you can see they trail in that one as that game's gone to halftime. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter.
Coach, thank you. Not a rest at the break for the defensive coordinators, trying to figure out how to stop these offenses as we get ready for the second half. Very good kickoff. Returnable from the 4. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The home team's offense and their running back set to go once more. As we get a look at the league leaders in receiving touchdowns by a running back, he sets the pace here as we get to the latter stages of the season. Right away, they'll set up to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. And they'll mark him down just shy of the 40. So, from the 39, they come up on 1st and 10. He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. They motion a receiver right. Back to the air once more on second down. He'll get this up close to a first down as he stopped just shy of midfield. Here's third down and a few inches. Try to pick this one up on the ground. Heading outside, going to be close. It's going to depend on the spot. But they're going to mark him short, and it is going to be fourth down.
The key to this play, Mike, was defensively their ability to stretch this ball and make him go laterally. Anytime you could force the ball carrier to go sideways on third and short, it gives your defenders time to rally, make the tackle for no gain, brings up fourth down.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback, and will come out to the 20-yard line. The visitors' offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. Now they'll set up to throw. That's into traffic, but taken in. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why.
Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here.
Sometimes you run all those big bodies out there, you kind of tip your hand. I always love going big jumbo personnel for a play action. In this case, they keep the ball on the ground. The defense knew it was coming, and they suffer a loss.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
The offense is trying to stretch the field vertically. They're trying to put as many receivers into the coverage deep as possible. But you know what you need? You need time. You need to allow those guys to get downfield. But when you have a pass rush like this, they don't let that time unfold, and that pocket collapsed and results in a sack.
The home team's offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And he's been a huge factor in the passing game all season long. In fact, he leads all NFL running backs in receiving yards. Now a run on 1st down. Not much happening there, just a short gain. Here's a 2nd and 9. They'll stick with him again. And that won't get a whole lot. Maybe a yard, that's it. Got to get this to the 25. Here's 3rd down. He'll try to run for it. And they will finally get him down, but not before he's able to take this up near the 40-yard line.
You certainly can't fault the secondary here. The coverage was almost too good downfield on 3rd down. The quarterback realized quickly there was nowhere for him to go with the ball, decides to become a runner. He's able to pick up the 1st down and some.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Tight end motioning left. Out of the gun, he'll throw. He'll throw it left and has his running back. And they bring him down, but not until he crosses midfield. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. From the gun, here's a handoff. And he'll get about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Short pass taken in by the tight end. He's going to be taken down at about the 30.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
And that one just kept getting worse and worse until finally they bring him down.
Sometimes you just have to know when the play is over and live to play another down. He has pressure coming right at him, and instead of just throwing the ball away, he tries to escape, he tries to get creative, and he ends up losing a lot more yards than he should have.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. They'll run it on the inside handoff. This has been bizarre. From 2nd and a mile, a huge gain, but still short of a first down. They'll try to keep the drive rolling, facing 3rd and 6. Oh, and that throw not able to be pulled in. It's incomplete. Looked like he may have got a little ahead of himself there. And it's going to bring up 4th down. So the move is for the field goal unit here. Officially, this will be a 43-yarder. That one is good. And his guys add on to their lead.
And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. This team's offense ready for this next possession. They'll begin with 1st and 10. They send the tight end in motion. Back to throw here to begin the drive. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Linebacker certainly wasn't fooled on that play. Not only does he get there in a hurry, but he's able to secure that tackle and bring him down for a loss.
Throwing right, it's taken in. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. They're going to motion the tight end over here. On play action, he'll set up to throw. And he does a nice job to avoid the initial wave. They're going to get him down behind the line.
We're starting to see in these passing situations, Mike, this defensive line is starting to have their way against this group up front because right now, their pass protection is breaking down and his quarterback's paying the price for it.
A fair catch signaled and taken at about the 18-yard line. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. And he has been in control of this offense. Want to run you through some of the action from earlier on. You've got the 2 touchdown passes, over 200 passing yards. He has been excellent all game long. To the air now on 1st and 10. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
Not a whole lot complicated about this play, Mike. That was understanding where the holes of the defense were. Remember, in this zone coverage, you got to find green grass, get past the 1st down marker, be friendly to the quarterback, and then the ball has to be out on time before those zone defenders can react to the receiver. It's exactly how it played out here. You can drop all the fancy plays you want, but when the quarterback and the receiver see it through the same set of eyes, it's virtually impossible to stop.
They face 2nd down and 7.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
Putting the tight end in motion. He'll drop to throw. He'll get this one out to his fullback. And it'll be brought down as we tick towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So we are through 3. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Third and a yard. They'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's not going to get the 1st down. They met him, brought him down in the backfield on 3rd and short.
3rd and short, and you come up with a big stop, taking the ball carrier down for a loss. Now you put yourselves in a position to hopefully get the ball back and give your offense a chance to go down there and take the lead.
And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. So now this team's offense back onto the field as you take a look at the playoff race in the AFC. Still, a lot can happen between now and the end of the season, but the cream is starting to rise to the top as you look across the NFL. Here's 2nd and 9. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. Back to throw. And that is incomplete.
It's rare to see an offense that finds themselves trailing and say, well, their quarterback's been actually one of their biggest bright spots. Usually that doesn't go hand in hand, so it's a little surprising to see him miss a throw like that on a day where he's completed passes at a highly efficient rate.
Now, fair catch will be taken out near the 35-yard line. The offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. 1st and 10 now from the 36. Little short pass here, caught by his tight end. A very nice open field tackle there. He could not get free and gains nothing. He'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. They bring a tight end in motion left. Here comes the blitz as he looks to throw. He'll go left side here and complete this one. And he is out of bounds, but not until he's inside the 40-yard line. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. Oh, the blitz gets there quickly, and down he goes.
When you can bring cornerbacks on pressure, man, that changes everything for the defensive play caller. Offenses spend all week worrying about linebackers, defensive linemen. How are they going to protect the quarterback? But when you can time up a secondary pressure like this, man, oftentimes there's no answer for it. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out front.
And they were hoping for a little more on that one. Brought down well short of the first, so it'll bring up 4th down. So now, out comes the field goal unit in this pressure spot. This to stretch the lead to a touchdown. Oh, he had the distance, but it doinks off the upright, no good. And this lead will stay right where it is.
Mike, I'll tell you, off his foot, I thought he had it the entire way. I mean, sometimes you get lucky and the ball kind of kicks in off the upright, but other times you don't. And in this case, the upright sent it right back.
Throwing now on 1st and 10. And this will be incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
Big play coming up. This is 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
predetermined that third down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there.
And this one's going to land out of bounds as they'll mark it inside the 20. This offense and their running back heading back on the field. And you look at his numbers as a pass catcher in this one. They've lined him up in different spots, shifted him around, and they've made him a real weapon in the passing game. They'll look to throw here on first down. That one into the hands of Smart. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Now, faking the give. Quick throw here is complete. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game, and you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
They'll look to throw again. That one complete to Johnson. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Back to the air one more time. Quick throw taken in. And they'll whistle him down, but not before it picks up a first down after a gain of 7. One of the tight ends in motion right. Now a give up the middle. A modest gain. Maybe 2 yards. It's 2nd down.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll look to throw. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. Well, it's brought down. That pass is going to pick up 4 and bring up 3rd down.
Gain of 4 brings up 3rd and 4.
Tight end going in motion here. They'll throw here on 3rd and short. He's got his man. Right side. It's complete.
At this point in the game, Mike, it really starts coming down to the number of possessions. So that's a huge first down conversion. Fresh set of downs. Now, the balance is stay aggressive and maintain the ball, but also start working this clock.
They'll send a tight end in motion right. Play clock nearly expires as they set up to throw. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Touchdown. For quarterbacks, there are so many stats we use to measure a good season. This is one of them. 30 touchdowns. That was number 30 on the year. Now the try for an extra point. The kick is good. And his guys will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. This one deep in the landing zone. He'll return it from the 2. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Right away, they'll set up to throw. His throw left side is complete. Now 2nd and inches. He'll look to throw. He tosses over the middle. This one is caught. And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Quickly to the outside and complete. It'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. The pass rush gets home and he goes down. The crowd cranking it up another notch before 3rd and long. That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down. Now they'll set up to throw. That's down the field and intercepted. And this defense will take over here following the interception.
And at this point in the game, Mike, we all know one play can be the difference between winning and losing. And now after that poor throw, we'll see, can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Now a give on the ground, and he'll get this one across midfield. Brought down after a pickup of a half dozen. They'll work now on 2nd and 4. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his man complete to Johnson. Now this defense will use a 3rd and final timeout. The stoppage comes with just over a minute to play in this one. Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Still no pressure. They gotta upgrade.
So the fans gonna head home happy. It's a win for the hometown squad. And it was their defense that led the way as they pitched a shutout in the 2nd half. No points allowed, and they cruised to victory. And that'll do it for my partner, Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.